Hello all. So from today we are going to start data structure and algorithm course. Okay, so we are in now unit 1. We are starting unit 1, and from unit 1 the unit name is introduction. We are starting with the basic introduction of data objects and data types. Fine. So without wasting a time, let's start the lecture. So what is data? Anyone have any idea regarding the data? What is data? Data is a raw and unorganized fact that required to be processed to make it meaningful. Okay. Data can be a simple at the same time unorganized unless it is organized. Okay. Generally, data comprises facts, observation, perceptions, characters, symbols, etc. Data is always interpreted by human or machine to derive some meaning. So, data is meaningless. Here, data contains number, statements, and character in raw form. So what is data? Can you see the image? The term data comes, this is the history, okay. So data comes from singular Latin word that is datum, which means something given. Data is collection of raw facts, figures that is need to be processed for information or for the collection of details. Data is nothing unless it is processed the unprocessed data. Fine. Means the numbers from 0 to 9 statements and characters A to Z etc. before it is refined by some researchers. So before researching these numbers, this data is raw, and after going to research, A to Z are the information for us. Okay. Data has not been shaped, processed or interpreted, and data can be adopt multiple forms like number 0 to 9, anything could be data. Okay, whatever the you are touching your finger to your Android phone, and that is going to be scanned by your scanner of your Android. So that after scanning whatever the digital image, it is going to be processed inside the memory. That is also the data for all of you. Okay, means in simple language, data is everything. Whatever the raw is available in the world is nothing but the data. After that, what exactly we want, we are going to process that unorganized data, and after processing, what we get is the data for us, information for us, sorry. So you can see here data is going to process, data is given as an input for any of the processing, and then again you are getting some data. Okay, this data we are getting after processing, means this is the huge amount of data. From that we are going to apply the process, and we are taking some data only. So the input may be any numbers from 0 to 1 lakh. 0 to 1 lakh will be the input. यहाँ पे for this block, your input may be 0 to 1 lakh number, and after processing you get just some sorted number, different kinds of 100 number only from 1 lakh number. So that 100 numbers are your output. Okay, so simple. So we have to learn here what is information then. Data, you know very well now. All the things present in the world, present in the cloud, present in the processor, present on the servers are the data. But among all of that, what we want exactly is our output after processing. So what output we get after processing is nothing but the information. Am I clear? Information is processed data that becomes used to someone as a raw data on its own, does not provide the kind of information that can be used to beneficial purposes. Means here data is what they are telling us. Information is processed data, but what the normal data is, that this is raw and it does not provide any kind of information to us. Okay. I will give the very good example of date for this. Just to keep remember, information is meaningful, relevant. It helps user to develop an understanding of data that did not provide any coherence and certainty in what it represented. When researcher input the data, then from correlations between the data and variables they have, this provides them with the certain relationship between the variables, and that known as an information. Now suppose your class is there, total 60 students are in front of me, and I just pass the question, tell me the family information. Now the question is in your mind is that whose family information, to whom you are asking the question, is this question is related to our lecture. So these lots unrelevant questions are can be the data. But if I throw the question like, Amruta, please tell me your family information, so that is relevant information, that is processed information. Okay, so data could be anything. So the term information comes from a singular Latin word informare, which refers the act of informing. Okay, when the data is transformed into the information and it is free from unnecessary details, then it is information. Data is not free from unnecessary detail, whereas information is free from unnecessary details. Information is what we get totally depend on the input data, and information is output data. In previously, when we give the input as a data, process and output as a data, the data that we get after processing is nothing but the information. Okay, so you can see here data could be placed, data may be placed, data will be placed on different kinds of server, different cities, different countries, and by collecting these all data regarding any of the subjects, suppose my subject is table. Okay, employee table. So whatever the data stored in US, UAE, whatever different countries. So I'm fetching that all employee details and then going to process it, and after processing what I get exactly is nothing but the information. Okay. So these are the summarization for all of you. Okay. So look at the screen, read it carefully with me. Data are the facts and statistics collected in raw form for reference or analysis, whereas information is the processed data. Let me explain you very well with this example. Look at the number constantly. What is the number? 101095. What is this? Can anyone tell me? Thousands of questions will going to bombard your brain here. What is this? 6 numbers are there, continuous 6 numbers. गाड़ी का नंबर कुछ भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी, लकी ड्रॉ, लॉटरी नंबर, एनीथिंग. Look at the number. What you can guess? Nothing. Nothing you can guess from the number that for what this number is given. But now, if I put it the slash in between that, what happened? Now you can confirm, tell me that this is the date. What you can confirm, tell me, ma'am, this is the date. Okay, fine, this is the date. But is this is a death wala date or birth wala date or marriage wala date or for what wala date? Still your processing is not completed. Still the data is raw. But now, if I added a line in front of that date that this is the birth date of Rahul, now you are damn sure that this is the date and this is the birth date. Correct? Rahul. This is the birth date of Rahul. But who Rahul? still the data is incomplete to say the information. This is not even the information too. Still your data is unprocessed. You can't say these screen data as a information. Who, Rahul? There may be the thousands or lakhs of Rahuls present in the world. So who, Rahul? Now, this is the birth date of Rahul Das. Fine. Still the data is incomplete. Who, Rahul Das? There may be again thousands of Rahul Das were available in the world. So who's Rahul Das? Who is the Rahul Das and whose birth date is this? Now, if I am adding continuously processing to the data, what I have done previously, I am just processing the data, putting the slash, putting the birth date, putting the name, putting the surname. Yes. Now, from Chandigarh, this is the birth date of Rahul Das from Chandigarh. Now, this is much closer to the information. Okay. So, such kind of processing of data has been done. Okay. I think you should have to better clear here what is the difference between the data and what is the difference between the information. Okay. So, only these two steps are not here. There are many steps. See, when your orange color, look at the number. When the orange color is their data, that is raw. When you somewhat process to it, try to some meaning to it, it becomes information. But now in previous diagram, in Chandigarh also there may possibility that 2 or 4 or 5 Rahul Das can live in Chandigarh. So, if you put a perfect address, Tulsidas Nagar, Ajmera Park, flat number 703, so that is the wisdom for you. Okay, this blue wala. This is the wisdom then. यानी के उसमें nothing is remaining. Everything has been processed. Every data, the perfect information has been provided. So nothing is remaining to process. So such kind of data we called as a wisdom, and small kinds of processing we called as an information. After much more processing we call it as a knowledge, that from Chandigarh. Okay, Rahul Das from Chandigarh is knowledge for you that Rahul Das is living in Chandigarh. But if you provide a perfect address behind that for Rahul Das, then it will be the wisdom for you. Okay, so these are the basic steps that you could distinguish that what is data, what is information, what is knowledge, and what is wisdom. Okay, so fine. So for these all 4 steps, I want to give some example that if the data is 100, then information is 100 miles. Means 100 क्या है, कुछ नहीं समझ में आएगा. बट अगर 100 माइल्स बोला तो यू नो कि यहाँ पे डिस्टेंस काउंट किया है सपोज, तो इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको मिल गई यार ये डिस्टेंस है, तो दिस इज इन्फॉर्मेशन. बट 100 माइल इज क्वाइट फार डिस्टेंस, यानी कि 100 माइल इज मोर डिस्टेंस, तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा मोर इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको प्रोवाइड किया गया है. सो दैट इज नॉलेज फॉर यू नाउ. But if I say like this, it is very difficult to walk 100 miles by any of the person, but the vehicle transport is okay. Fine. Now you know perfectly the meaning of that 100, what they want to tell exactly. Okay. Now this becomes wisdom for you. Now, the next topic of today's video is data object. Fine. You all are clear with data and information, wisdom and knowledge. Fine. Let's move to the another topic, data object. Data object is a region of storage that contains a value or a group of values. Each value can be accessed using its identifier or more complex expression that refers to the object. In addition, each object has a unique data type. Fine. So, what is exactly a data object? Data sets are made up of a data object. Okay. Means, let me tell you. If you are putting the names of the person, okay, you are entering into the database names of the person. अगर आप वो पर्सन को फेच करने के लिए वो टेबल को अगर आप एम्प्लॉय टेबल नाम देते हो तो वही लोग आपके एम्प्लॉय बन जाएंगे. अगर आप वही सेम टेबल को इफ यू आर गिविंग द नेम लाइक स्टूडेंट टेबल, तो the name that you have entered into the database will become for you students. If you put the table name like elder peoples, like old persons, ऐसा नाम दोगे तो all people will become your grandfathers. Means whatever the table name you are giving is going to identify all the data inside the table. So the table name is then data object for you. Means your table name is completing your 50% of answer for classification, that for what purpose this below people names have been entered into the database. That people names that entered into the database are the employees or are the faculties or are the all principals of Pune University or all the elder persons all or all the primary students, whatever. So you can't conclude only by the names of the people. You have to give some table name, then and then only you can identify all the data from the table. Okay, so that table name will become data object for you. Getting? So that table name you also called as sample, example, instances, data point, object, tuple, whatever. Okay, so am I clear? You can see here the tree diagram for the data object. So data object will be classified into the two types, like program defined data object or system defined data object. System defined data objects are all defined when the operating system is going to prepared. Okay, after that on that operating system you are programming, then you are defining, then they are the program defined. Okay, so very simple. Program defined data objects are like variable, constants, array, file, queue, stack, linked list, whatever. And the system defined data objects are like runtime, free space, then disk manager. These are like a data objects. Okay, now data types. Fine. Whatever the memory slot you occupied, so which kind of data you are willing to put in that particular space is your data type. Okay, a data type in programming language is a set of data values with having predefined characteristics. Now, if you are taking on rent some cloud, okay, cloud space, you are previously clarified that what kind of data you are going to store on that cloud. You know previously, before taking on the rent that much of cloud, you know that which kind of data you are going to store in that cloud, and whatever the clarification you have in your brain is nothing but the data type. Means if I have reserved 4 bytes of data from memory, then it is much clear for me that I am going to store integer into that. So that is data type. Okay, so data type will be classified mainly in main two types, like primitive data types and then non-primitive data types. Primitive data types are again going to characterized in Boolean, numeric. Okay, then numerics are also a character, then integral. You can see on the screen very well tree diagram I have tried to show you. So this is the hierarchy, data type hierarchy for all of you. You have to must remember this. Okay, fine. Data type in Python, you have learned in your first year very well that what is Python. Okay, and in that Python you have used definitely some data types like numeric, dictionary, boolean, set, float, complex number, integer, list, tuple. So these are the data type. This is the list of some standard data type that you have to repeatedly used with your programming. Like data types are short int, unsigned short int, long int, whatever. Okay, float, double, long, double. So whatever the size for this particular data type, let's take the example of this integer. Okay, so for this integer 4 bytes of data will going to occupy into the memory. This is previously defined. If you are going to store the data of float, okay, so 4 byte of data it is going to occupied into the memory. If you are going to store character data, so only 1 byte of data is going to occupy. So this is the standard list and you have to keep remember this as it is, okay, with their memory spaces. Very repeatedly regularly used data types in C language are integer, character, float and double. With the aspect of your interviews after completing, or with the aspect of your aptitude test, this chart is very important, that you must have to know that what is the range of that 4 byte. Okay, so from which memory location to which memory location these ranges in between, so you have to also keep remember forever this table. Thank you. That's it, student, for today's lecture.